turn on your notification bell. You will still get those information you are looking for. Thank you.
2023. My husband now calls me Labour Party. Aisha Yusufu laments. Now popular Nigerian activist and social critic Aisha Yusufu says her husband no longer calls her pet names, like beautiful names, because of her identification with Labour Party. Yes, Yusufu said her husband prefers to call her Labour Party. Look at what she said in her verified Twitter handle. Yes, my husband is now calling me Labour Party instead of the baby or Osose, meaning beautiful, that he usually calls me. I can't wait for the election to be over to go back to being the pampered baby girl I am. That's what she wrote. Yes, Aisha Yusufu has been a supporter of Peter Obi's movement, Obedience. Yes, he's an obedient Edo woman, or a obedient Nigerian, if you like. And so, as Peter Obi supporters will always want to be referred to or referred as. And so, Aisha Yusufu came to limelight during the, Bring Back Archibald campaign, following the abduction of over 300 school children in Chibok, Borno State. Yes, Chibok community. And so that was a propaganda that the ruling party used, the Fulani people used to send Jonathan out of the Rock. Yes, propaganda. The international community, they were pushing Aisha Yusufu alongside the due process woman during Obasanjo's regime, Obiagele Ezekwesili. They were in the forefront, agitating, advocating for the release of the Chibok girls. Pushing, bringing to the fore, before the international community, the suffering of those who had been abducted or kidnapped by the terrorists, by the Boko Haram terrorists. You see. And so, since then, of course, they used that. The Fulani people used that. The oligarchs, the Fulani oligarchs, used that propaganda to chase Jonathan out of Rock. And so, Buhari came on board. And of course, the woman, Aisha Yusufu, has been critical of this Buhari regime, this obnoxious and evil regime. She has been critical of it. And we're asking, no sane mind, whether you are Nigerian or not, but you are aware of what is happening in this country, that won't be critical of the regime, obnoxious regime of Muhammadu Buhari. So this woman is very critical. The regime Nigerians have seen hell. The regime Nigerians have seen suffer, never like before. The regime Nigerians have seen deaths concentrating on them, unwanted or untimely deaths, killings, diseases, sickness, poverty, scorching poverty. They have seen deprivation like never before. Deprivation. Nothing is working. The man, get hold of the economy and destroy everything. The security destroy the remaining thing in that sector. Any sector he gets hold of, he destroy it. He's a destroyer of good things. So those people, those hawks in this regime, you will suffer what you have made Nigerians to pass through. This crucible. It's a crucible indeed. Nigerians have passed through the crucible for this almost 8 years of this obnoxious regime. Nigerians have seen hell. And so when the time for nomination of political parties, they were doing their nominations. The APC and the PDP, the two major political parties in the country, decided to choose, the devil and the deep blue sea, and wants Nigerians to make their choices from the devil, between the devil and deep blue sea. People like Aisha Yusufu, they were wondering, such a situation, is it to go to the devil or to, to the deep blue sea, to jump into the deep blue sea? But at last, Peter Obi emerged, and so they become obedient. And so, but she's saying now, as she has been following Peter Obi, from to move from one end of the country to the other in canvassing for support and votes. And so she said the husband is now feeling his absence, and of course she's feeling also the withdrawal of the husband's love, and therefore she's praying for the election to come and go, so that she will go and meet her husband, and so they'll continue their conjugal relationship and love. But that is to tell us that the Aisha Isufu herself, as obedient woman she is, as the P2B people, are being called. She's making sure that P2B becomes the president of Nigeria. Yes, in her capacity, in her strength. So we are not dismissing her, but what we are saying is this. People like her should tell Nigerians the truth, that Nigerians should be prepared for the worst case scenario. Yes, she is not a politician. We have not known her to be a politician. She has been an activist, but this time around she has decided to play politics, and that is obedience. In whichever way we look at it, obedience seems to be a revolution. But the revolution, if it is something that Nigerians will push further, particularly the southern Nigerians will push further, for it to be eternal. For it to be eternal, it will have long-term effects and generational liberation for the next generations. Because as we have been saying, even if P2 becomes the president of this country, what magic is he going to do to take Nigeria out of the woods? Are you going to kill the Fulani oligarchs? What are you going to do them? So that's why people are saying people are laboring. When they say they are laboring, that is from the angle they are saying it. What they are doing is a revolution. But the strength to push it is what we needed to do the other thing that is eternal. The strength to push it, if being channeled to referendum, it will be of eternal benefit for the southern Nigeria, so that we severe this and let people go their separate ways. That's the point we're making. That's all. We're not trying to trivialize the strength, the labors of people. No, we acknowledge it, that they are trying to liberate Nigerians, but it will be a short term. It will not last. The fanfare that will greet P2B's emergence, if they eventually declare him winner, will end within 3 months or 6 months. Nigerians will know that, look, particularly the southern Nigeria and not central states, that we don't need just a president. There is fundamental issue in this country that must be addressed. Foundational problem. Even the Bible said it. Say, if the foundation is rot or wrong, what would the righteous do? That's the case of Nigeria. That's all we're saying. Simple and short. Understand it from this angle. If the foundation is crumbled, what would the righteous do? Yes? You can't do anything. You must go back to reset the foundation. Put down the building completely and start afresh. There's nothing you can do. There's no amendment that can correct a faulty foundation unless you go down to the foundation itself